The sun had barely risen, casting a soft golden glow over the sleepy village as the villagers gathered at the small train station. Among them was a young man named Alex, dressed in his military uniform, with his duffel bag slung over his shoulder. His heart was heavy as he bid farewell to his family and friends, knowing that he was about to embark on a journey that would take him far away from his home and loved ones. As Alex stood on the platform, he caught sight of someone who meant the world to him, his beloved, Sarah. They had been childhood friends and had fallen in love as they grew older. Sarah's eyes were filled with tears as she looked at Alex, and she held onto his hand tightly, as if unwilling to let him go. "I promise you, Sarah," Alex said softly, his voice filled with determination. "I will come back to you. No matter what happens, I will return to your side." Sarah nodded, her tears falling freely now. "I'll be waiting for you, Alex," she whispered. "Just promise me that you'll come back safe." Alex looked into Sarah's eyes, his heart swelling with love. "I promise," he said solemnly. "I will do everything in my power to come back to you, no matter what challenges I face." With a heavy heart, Alex hugged Sarah tightly, inhaling her familiar scent, memorizing the feel of her in his arms. He knew that he had to leave, to fulfill his duty as a soldier, but it was one of the hardest things he had ever done. As the train whistle blew, signaling its imminent departure, Alex pulled away from Sarah, his eyes locked with hers. He gave her one last lingering kiss, a promise sealed with his love, before he boarded the train. Sarah stood on the platform, watching the train pull away, tears streaming down her cheeks. She held on to Alex's promise in her heart, praying that he would return to her safe and sound. As the train disappeared into the distance, Alex looked out of the window, a mix of emotions flooding his heart. He was leaving behind everything he held dear, but he was also filled with a sense of duty and purpose. With a resolute expression on his face, Alex settled into his seat, determined to fulfill his promise to Sarah, no matter what lay ahead on his journey as a soldier. The train moved steadily, carrying him away from his home and towards an uncertain future. The battlefield was a stark contrast to the peaceful village Alex had left behind. The air was thick with tension, and the sound of gunfire and explosions filled his ears as he fought alongside his fellow soldiers. Despite the chaos and danger around him, Alex remained focused on his mission and the promise he had made to Sarah. As the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, Alex endured the hardships of war, witnessing the harsh realities of battle. He formed close bonds with his comrades, relying on each other for support and survival. Through it all, Sarah remained a constant presence in his thoughts and heart, giving him the strength to carry on. During a lull in the fighting, Alex found a moment of solitude and pulled out the warm letters he had received from Sarah. He read her words over and over again, finding solace in her unwavering love and support. He knew he had to make it back to her, no matter the cost. One night, as Alex stood watch in the trenches, he made a solemn vow to himself and to Sarah. He promised to do everything in his power to make it out of the battlefield alive, to honor the love they shared, and to fulfill his promise of returning to her side. With renewed determination, Alex fought with all his might, pushing forward in the face of adversity. He faced fear, fatigue, and loss, but he never wavered in his commitment to keep his promise to Sarah. In the midst of battle, Alex witnessed acts of bravery and selflessness that inspired him to be the best soldier he could be. He fought not just for himself, but for his comrades and for the hope of a better future with Sarah. There were moments when Alex doubted whether he would survive the horrors of war, but he held on to Sarah's love like a beacon of light in the darkness. Her unwavering faith in him fueled his determination to press on, no matter how dire the circumstances. As the war raged on, Alex found himself facing near-death experiences and enduring physical and emotional wounds. But through it all, he remained resolute in his promise to Sarah, finding strength in their love. In the midst of battle, Alex received a letter from Sarah, which brought him both comfort and anguish. She expressed her unwavering love for him, but also revealed that she had received news that he was missing in action. Alex's heart clenched with pain, but he refused to give up. With renewed determination, Alex pushed through the challenges of war, driven by his love for Sarah and his promise to her. He fought with all his heart, knowing that he had to make it back to her, no matter the odds. Amidst the chaos of the battlefield, Alex held onto the precious letters he had written to Sarah, but never had the chance to send. They were his lifeline, his connection to the woman he loved, and the source of comfort and solace in the midst of the turmoil of war. In the rare moments of respite, Alex would take out the letters and pour his heart out onto the pages, sharing his fears, hopes, and dreams with Sarah. He wrote about the battles he fought, the camaraderie of his fellow soldiers, and the longing he felt to be reunited with her. Despite the distance and the uncertainty of war, the letters became a bridge that spanned across time, carrying Alex's love and devotion to Sarah. He poured his heart and soul into every word, knowing that the letters were his way of keeping his promise to her, even if she didn't yet know he was still alive. As the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, Alex's letters to Sarah became a lifeline, giving him a sense of purpose and hope amidst the turmoil of battle. He wrote about his dreams of a future together, of building a life with her once the war was over. Sarah, on the other side of the world, eagerly awaited news from Alex. She held onto the letters he had sent her before he left for war, cherishing every word as a testament to his unwavering love. She longed for the day she would be reunited with him, not knowing that he was still fighting for their love on the battlefield. In his letters, Alex expressed his deepest emotions, revealing his fears and vulnerabilities, but also his unwavering determination to return to Sarah. He promised her that no matter what challenges he faced, he would find his way back to her, and they would be reunited once again. Through the letters, Alex and Sarah shared their hopes, dreams, and memories, despite the distance and time that separated them. They confided in each other, finding comfort and solace in their words, even though they were unable to be together physically. The letters became a lifeline for both Alex and Sarah, a source of strength and resilience in the midst of the uncertainties of war. They held on to each other's words as if they were holding on to each other's hands, finding solace in the knowledge that their love transcended time and space. As the war raged on, the letters became a lifeline that kept Alex going, reminding him of the love and promise he had made to Sarah. They fueled his determination to survive, to overcome every obstacle, and to return to her side, no matter the challenges he faced. In the midst of the battlefield, as Alex wrote his latest letter to Sarah, he held on to the hope that one day soon, he would be able to hand-deliver it to her himself. He sealed the envelope with a sense of renewed purpose, knowing that his letters across time were testament to the love that would never fade.